Good afternoon and welcome to LUTV's coverage of the latest Professional Development League game for the Whites as they take on Crewe Alexandra this afternoon. It is Leeds' first chance to bounce back after that defeat to Hull City last time out. Only one defeat though for Leeds at home since January. Their last league defeat at home was back in December 2018. So Carlos Colbrand's men will be confident today that they can get the job done against the Crewe side that did trouble them last year. One win and one defeat as we go through the Leeds team. Leeds go with Ilan Meslier in goal, a defence of Barry Douglas, Luke Ayling, Ollie Casey and Leif Davis. It is then in midfield Alfie McCalmont. In front of him is McCarran, Burgess, Robbie Gotts, Jack Clark. Up top it is Edmondson. Ryan Edmondson, of course, wearing the number 9. The bench for Leeds is Cooper Skerry, Kun Mihayov, Gaetano Borardi, Niall Huggins and Charlie Cresswell. For today's visitors, Crewe go with a really similar sort of lineup in a 4-4-2, might even put 4-1-4-1 as we just wait for Robbie Gotts and goalkeeper David Richards to go through the regular handshake. So Crewe go with Richards, Jallo, Johnson, Offord, Adebazi, Griffiths, Lundstrom, Green, Ainley, Heath and Finnery. And for the bench it is Lomas, Booth, Robbins and Onyeka. Robbie Gotts happy with proceedings. And the two sets of players will stay as they were. Leeds from right to left. Interestingly, Crewe's shirt looks similar to that Hull would have worn with the black and amber. Their away strip for today. Crewe come into this game winning 3 of their last 5, including back-to-back wins over Colchester and Sheffield Wednesday. They've won 4 in 5 away from home as well, so this will be a stern test. But Leeds, as I've already mentioned, at home, very, very strong as Crewe do get the game underway. Clark gets involved. Neat footwork from Luke Ayling. And like Luke Ayling always does, master at winning free kicks for his side. Gets a little nudge in the back. And now here is Ilan Meslier, who will try and float it out to the left, but puts a bit too much on that. So Douglas cannot keep it in play. He was never going to get anywhere near that. Pressure up front from Clark, who looks around just to maybe see where Burgess will stand. Good interception from Ayling. Now he goes down the line and leads with a chance to bring bodies forward. Edmondson back to Ayling, little scoops ball up to try and cause problems. First touch from Davis, he's found Douglas. Douglas, neat work as well, goes down the line. Many thought he was probably going to go inside. Works 1-2 with Gotts. Cross comes in, he's taking a deflection, and Leeds will win the first corner of the match at Thorpe Arch. I said the last meeting between these two, Leeds won. It was 2-0 at this very ground. Did lose 3-1 though in November at Crewe's training ground. What was a disappointing day at the office as this corner's going to come in towards the near post. It's scuffed, it's bobbled, it's going to Leeds get to it. A strike comes in. Felt like it was from McCarran that went for goal. comes in, and it's a good catch from Richards in goal to defuse the danger for Crewe. Edmondson now in possession, good strength from him. Just loses out, perhaps thought he was going to get a free kick and just couldn't get the ball out of his feet, but the initial bit of play was good. Crewe forced into an early long ball downfield, which is not going to be anywhere near Oliver Finney or Connor Heath. Davis, Casey, Meslier. Out to the right. Leeds taking a little risk through the middle. Of course, always very confident on the ball as Dot skips across the pitch into McCalmont. Here is Davis. See, very good ball out towards Douglas. Douglas to McCarran. McCarran's going to cross. He's going to go for a Leeds throw-in. Ball back in towards Ayling. Ayling's going to try and find Davis. Good vision from Leeds so far, early stages of this 23s game. Davis again. It's up to McCalmont to try and find a bit of space, which he goes back to leave Davis. As you can just see, Brian Douglas coming back to halfway, and Leeds pretty fluid with their movement early doors. Ayling up the line to Clark, down the line should I say, to Clark. Free kick has gone Crewe's way. Didn't seem to be that much in that one, but a bit of a coming together. As always, Edmondson putting the pressure on high up the pitch. Intercepted by Davis. Here's McCalmont. Again, good vision from him. Noticing the danger. Pretty tame start this. One of Leeds' 23s game. Of course, their last home win was a 6-0 thumping of Watford. That was at Ellen Road a couple of weeks ago. Davis again. He's gone to Douglas a few times, and this has worked once more just for the offside flag to deny Leeds. Barry Douglas just setting off a yard or two early. But good to see the Leeds number 3 getting down the line. Ready to put crosses into the box. Perfect target in that of number 9, Ryan Edmondson, as Crewe have decided they want to go long with this free kick. Falls backwards. Edmondson again charging his way towards Richards. Good header. And now Leeds have got a chance to come forward once more. Little back heel. And that cross is going to be cleared. Ayling was the man delivering the pass. Jack Clark with the back heel, and Tess Burgess on the edge, just trying to offer another angle. Ayling goes down. And Leeds have won a free kick. A bit of a late challenge on Leeds United's number 2. Casey's come up for this, as has Davis. Luke Ayling's there and thereabouts. Douglas, the man that's perhaps going to call rank and try and take the set piece. Jack Clark's on the edge. Of There's Edmondson lurking. Robigot's just in the midfield position, waiting to see if any shot can break and to cover the number 9 Connor Heath. So waiting for the set piece. Referee's given his go ahead. Douglas swings it in. He's just put too much on that pass. Leeds his forward pack. We're hoping for a little bit closer to the penalty spot, but it's the first one. Bit of a yardstick to where to go from here. This Crewe should win a free kick and do. Intercepted that by Clark. Now he's going to go on a little run of his. A bit more central than he normally finds himself in, so he's drifting back out to the right as we speak. Bogus dispossessed. Goes back to win it back though. Good work. Turns past his man and makes a real big difference after losing possession earlier on. Clark's the man he goes to find. Gotch is on the edge of the area. Luke Ayling's coming to help him out. Clark back to Ayling. Looping ball in. Edmondson's going to go underneath it and just heads past the post, should I say. Not the easiest chance for Ryan Edmondson. Had to stoop low, had to try and climb over the top of 2 Crewe defenders as well. That's the best chance that Leeds have registered, the best chance of the match for them. And it's all inside the first 10 minutes. Of course, he had another big week here on LUTV. Of course, action on Tuesday from the Championship. As Crewe try and clear downfield. It is, of course, West Brom. The Baggies coming to Ellen Road on the first day of October. It's a 7:45 kickoff, and of course we'll have coverage of that game. 99p, so I'll listen to our audio commentary of the clash at home as Leeds to make a quick response after that Charlton defeat on Saturday. Potential's there for 2 victories inside of 2 days of the 23s, often bouncing back at the first hurdle. They've won a throw-in now on the far touchline. Great work from Robbie Gotts. He's fouled as well. Stepped away, was going to drive into so much space. Calmont now wants him to come a little bit shorter, which Bogus does. Now he goes for the key ball in behind in the channel towards Clark. Then he makes a little bit over the top challenge according to the official. Good work from Bogus just to make sure that Leeds can't be put under pressure and that free kick to be taken quickly. Calmont from Casey. Here's Davis. Davis has plenty of space to carry that ball into. Douglas. Gotts had made a really good run in to that far corner. McCarran just gets caught with the foot, the ball underneath his feet, should I say. Ayling stepped up and Crewe nip away. Done well to work out from the edge of their own box so far. Leeds having to slide to their left as Crewe come across. Davis to Douglas. Confident play again from Leeds out of the back. It's now up to Alpha McCalmont to bring it out of defence. Gotts to Luke Ayling. Just like Crewe, Leeds building really positively from the edge of their own penalty area. Gotts in behind. He saw the run of Clark and just put too much on it, but decent idea for Leeds. Good run from Clark, but just didn't come off on that occasion. Crewe go through the middle. First time in a while they've gone straight through the top to try and find Wigan Griffiths, who just cut in from the touchline. It's normally Crewe going sideways at first, but giving the ball away, and that's welcome news by the Whites as Davis goes towards Liam McCarron, who's had a good game or two for the Whites since his summer switch, and another big chance to impress for the 23s. He's going to be brought down to the floor there. The defender looked like it was Abdul Jalou. Abdul Jalou all over the back of him. Good work from Leeds' number 11 just to force the error, win a free kick, which Matthias Burgess is going across to try and take. He will wait for the bodies. I think Douglas has come short to offer a helping hand, but as a left footer has been marched away from this situation. Burgess swings it in towards the far post. It's still not fully clear from Crewe. Headed back in by McCarron. Ayling. Douglas might fancy a drive. In fact, he floats one in. So close to finding Edmondson. Leeds worse. The ball back towards Ilan Meslier. Calmonts into Davis. Davis is going to once again go across the left. Oh, he's just put too much on it. Burgess puts his arm up to appreciate the pass, but that's certainly an avenue that Leeds have exploited so far. Leif Davis just spraying those balls across from left centre-back or down the touchline across the pitch. And into the middle, that's a chance for Edmondson. It just won't bounce for him. He's almost working a shooting opportunity out of nothing. Crewe in possession. Trying to build like Leeds out from the back. They've not been as route one as they were just short of a year ago at their own place. They were very physical on that afternoon in Crewe. Lundstrom coming out of the back, and Leeds just making them panic a little bit. Done well there to get out of a tight situation. Good tackle. Here comes Jack Clark to nip in. There is Matthias Burgess. Burgess out towards Edmondson. There's options for Leeds. Clark's one of them. Across the face of goal, looking for Liam McCarron. Just going to be cleared away. Again, Leeds just making Crewe think overtime in terms of the movement. The players are swapping roles. Nobody in those Crewe shirts knows exactly where Robbie Gotts will be. He's either at left midfield, centre midfield. He will keep floating around the park. Davis decides that there's no space on the left, so let's go to the right as Casey tries to pick Clark out. Leeds will win a throw-in. Elling works a 1-2 with Gotts. Now it tees up Davis. Davis tries to play it round the side to Burgess. And Leeds now have to get back. Davis being one of the centre-backs. He needs to really drive his way back towards Leeds. Goal shot comes in. And it was taken early doors. Ilan Meslier on hand. Bit of a tame effort, really, considering the danger that Leeds were under. There is Ayling floating it into Robbie Gotts. Great first touch, even better second, and now Leeds on the counter-attack themselves. Burgess looking to find Edmondson. It just won't creep into his path. And Leeds showing glimpses of what they can do with the ball at their feet. Meslier takes a rare throw-in from a goalkeeper to find Davis. Casey back to Davis. Leeds biding their time here. Davis goes for another through ball, which doesn't come off. Here's McCarran to Bogus. Bogus is going to take a touch, little drag back, runs into traffic. Not happy there. Ainley out towards Adibaisi. Lundstrom into Griffiths. Pace of the game just dropping ever so slightly, which should suit Crewe. But Gotts tries to win the ball up high up the pitch. Crewe dictating the pace of the game, keeping possession. Offord goes back to the goalkeeper. Now it's worked out, allowing Johnson to come over. Down the line, Crewe go. Jack Clark now has work to do. Leeds have got bodies back into the box. Jack Clark does well, very well, winning a throw-in for the Whites just inside the penalty area. Clark back to Davis, and now he's got plenty of space, but decides to play the pass quickly instead. Douglas down the line trying to find McCarran. It's just going to spin off the grass here at Thorpe Arch and go out for a throw-in. Luke Offord going back. Leeds putting the Crewe defence under pressure. Trying to force the clearance. If Davis just tries to watch that one out, he realises it's not going to go out of bounds. He just kicks it for a throw in himself. And now Leeds looking a little stretched. Have to get across to the right. There's space for Crewe as they drive forward. Big flying tackle from McCalmont. Might not have got the look of the bounce. It's going to come to the edge of the area. Now they went into the area, dived in tackle, and it's fired home. And it's a good finish from Crewe as well. Powerful drive into the top corner. And Leeds, as we say, we're looking stretched. I just couldn't get bodies across, and when they did, just too many tackles being thrown in early doors. And just try to confirm the scorer. That really powerful left-footed drive. Looks as if the player number 10 on his back, which if that's the case is Oliver Finney. Leeds now have to regroup. Pretty much just short of halfway of this first half, and nothing Ilan Meslier could have done with that strike, so a chance to just bounce back at the first hurdle. Need to get Edmondson a bit more service. Should be a free kick to Crewe, but I think the referee might give advantage. They're going to go over the top. He has said play on. That should go for a throw-in, so in theory the free kick should be given him back in play. referee, in fact, just says Leeds can have the ball back. Not really sure what the advantage is there, but good news for Leeds. It's Davis to Meslier. There is McCalmon's just up and under to make sure he can find Casey. Up towards McCalmon's. Here is Douglas. Douglas drills it over the top. And Matthias Burgos is adjudged to have been a bit too strong with his tackle. And Leeds give away a free kick. And after gaining the lead, don't be expecting Crewe to set these free kicks too quickly. Travis Johnson just moving out of the way. That set piece, bit of confusion from Crewe. Nobody really knew who was taking that free kick. Here's Ayling, Clark. Clark drives past into the channel for Burks. He's got options with Ayling. Clark's also there. Good work from Leeds. They've managed to get a crossing opportunity. Clark looks for Gott. It's headed back pretty effectively by Crewe and Paul Green in midfield. Interception from Casey. Calmont to Clark. Clark drills across. Well, it's almost going to be picked up by McCarran. Crewe have not dealt with it too well and almost tapped into the bottom corner. And Leeds asking for a back pass. And one has been given. Much to the disgust of goalkeeper David Richards. Well, like all keepers do in these situations, refuses to hand the ball over. It's very rare now you see a situation like this. Direct free kicks. So Leeds have got a number of options that could try and hit this. Every Crewe body could be behind the ball, so someone's got to be brave to get in the way of this, because it's pretty obvious what's coming. Richard still protests at the fact that he believes it isn't a back pass, but it's already been given. He needs to get back on his line. Douglas, Burgess, Clark, they're the three that are within the vicinity. There is 8 Crewe shirts, not including the goalkeeper. Right, Edmondson's trying to try and cause a few problems. Lee McCarran's just alongside. Robbie Gott is on the edge of the box. Douglas rolls it. Clark's going to strike, and the keeper Richards comes out to block the effort. Rushed off his line. Perhaps Clark's had to stretch a little bit too much for that. As Douglas goes to Burgess inside from McCarran. Good feet to get away from the challenge. Ayling back on halfway is Casey. Davis. Ball over the top from Gotts. Oh, it's just too much on it for Ayling, who's going to meet that. Then the cross to Edmondson could have been on. It's just not gone that way. It's going to go behind out for a goal kick to Crewe. Goal kick taken short. Johnson wants options. Sold the ball short. Here is Gotts bursting forward on the edge of the box. Has to turn round. Here's Ayling. Ayling shoots for goal. Just denied on the edge of the box. Luke Ayling's played heavily for the 23s the last few weeks. Scored against Watford. He fancies his chances again today. But Leeds have coughed up possession, and out from midfield Crewe come. That's good work from Jack Clark. Really energetic down that right-hand side. It's into Burgos. He lets it run. Skips away from another. Looks for the pass to Edmondson. Just maybe one pass too many. It's a good response this from Leeds. That Crewe goal coming against the run of play. Bit of a hospital ball. McCalmont gets a touch to it to at least help Leeds get a deflection. Jack Clark's on his way again down the right-hand side. He's into some good space and needs a bit of help. Does have the skills to get round Crewe if he can work it, but always going away from goal, and Crewe a bit too sharp in the tackle. Cleared away down the line. Leeds prevent the throw-in. Try to turn up the intensity here at Thorpe Arch. Ayling. Casey. Gotts. McCalmont. McCalmont tries to find Edmondson. Really asking an awful lot of himself there, Alfred McCalmont. Can met that pass and playing with so much confidence, of course, after a busy few months with Northern Ireland. Up that ball goes to Heath. There was Lundstrom. It's out to the left for Ainley. And now back in defence for Travis Johnson. Johnson goes long, intercepted by Casey, who's really crafty there. Make sure he doesn't head it, just chests it down, allows him to get the ball down and keep Leeds ticking forward rather than trying a risky first-time pass. Clark over the top, it's too much on it towards Bergerson. Richards will pick the ball up, and it remains Leeds 0, Crewe 1 here at Thorpe Arch. And frustration for Leeds. Still plenty of time to get themselves back into this fixture. As Ayling comes forward. There is Paul Green in midfield. Of course, ex-Leeds Paul Green had 2 years at Ellen Road, now playing for Crewe. The midfielder just alongside Robbie Gotts in the middle of the park. And of course, featured on this very pitch a number of times in that 2-year tenure as Leeds work it out. Strong run again from Clark. Leeds need to try and give him an option. Edmondson perhaps straying offside. Clark keeps possession. Now can he pick out Edmondson again? Tries to get past his man. Wins a throw in on the far side. Ball floated over the top. Gotts brings into control. That should be a corner and is. And Leeds now will send Douglas across to the far side. Chance for Casey and Davies to get up and try and level matters at one apiece. Douglas towards Edmondson. It does touch the Leeds number 9. Here comes McCarron. Just too many Crewe bodies back. Leeds just not getting the rub of the green in those set pieces so far. McCarron wanted to take that throw in quickly. He will do so to Douglas. Ball through the middle. There is Gotts back to McCarron, who's just going to be nudged off the ball. Lundstrom leads his midfield, just giving him a bit too much time. Eventually McCalmont steps up and Leeds will now start the press. Luke Ayling getting involved high up the pitch. Green for Crewe, across the defence. Travis Johnson's pulled wide and Leeds, in particular Edmondson, making sure he can go press without leaving the other centre-back unexposed, and he's now putting the pressure again on Johnson, trying to force the error. Charlo across to Green. Crewe will build it down the left. Lundstrom. Davis barges his way into the tackle, went for the shoulder barge, but perhaps coming down the side and the back of Paul Green, who ends up on the deck, and Crewe have a free kick. So Ilan Meslier, should I say, is lining up his wall as we speak. What's that goal scorer, Finney, with the ball. Already proven how dangerous it can be with that left foot so far, alongside number 11, Callum Ainley. Shot comes in, takes a double deflection. First off Bogus, then off Edmondson. Calmont just trying to get it down the line, and Leeds have given the ball away again. Into the area, Green shoots. Meslier, does he get a hand to it? It hits the post. If he has got a hand to that, Meslier, it's a fine save. Gets down low to his right-hand side, and Green almost scoring. Leeds still haven't got the ball clear. It's into the box, McCalmont. That player goes down, and the penalty's being given. I think it was Finney again causing all the problems, the number 10, who got the first. Paul Green asking if he can take the penalty, but Finney has told him he wants to take responsibility. So Leeds need Ilan Meslier to be at his very best from a penalty shootout situation, which has already been this season. He's already saved some. Meslier going through his routine. Well, Finney's already beaten him. And does again. Meslier goes the wrong way, and Crewe lead by 2-0. And Leeds really need to regroup before half-time. I think it was a mixture of McCalmont and Douglas trying to bring Finney to the ground. He's got up off the floor, converted. Meslier just trying to play a bit of mind games, taking his time to get to the goal line. Oliver Finney was given the go-ahead, and like his first goal, he puts it into the right-hand side of the goal, and Leeds are going to make changes. The first of which, well, there's double now, of course, at the same time. It's going to be Douglas and Ayling on in their places. Gaetano Berardi and Cresswell. So that means that Leif Davis goes to left back. Cresswell will come in to centre half alongside Oliver Casey, and Gaetano Berardi goes out to right back. It's a bit of a change for Leeds in terms of personnel moving around the park. Hopefully can kickstart Leeds' game, of course, as well. Not too uncommon to see the first team players only get a certain stint in the team. game just over 24 hours away tomorrow against West Brom. Half an hour back in the tank, or just over, will do for Luke Ayling and Barry Douglas. Leeds have conceded a throw-in. Paul Green's gone across to take it. It might leave it to Abdul Jallo. Which he does. Good tackle from Robbie Gotts. Neat footwork from Liam McCarron. Gets brought to the floor. Well, looked like a free kick from our position. Nothing given. The Leeds are going to have to do it the hard way here as Edmondson shakes off a tackle. He's got Bogus inside him. Edmondson, good hold-up play. Releases Berardi down the right. Clark asking for it in behind. Berardi's gone and found him. Now can Clark find Edmondson? It's into the box. Bogus picks up the piece. It's just going to be taken away from him. Clark leapfrogs the ball to make sure Leeds win a throw-in. And 7 minutes or so to go until half-time. McCallum. Here is Cresswell. Cresswell will strike from range. Not often he gets the chance to do that. He scuffs it. Crewe can build. There is Griffiths. Well, the best pass from Richards, and really putting Johnson under pressure. From Crewe's point of view, it's a good job Edmondson wasn't lurking. And Lundstrom back, and Leeds just struggling to get the ball down in this last few stages of the second, for the first half, should I say. Good work from Davis. Linesman saying the ball had gone, so Crewe get the throw-in. Green picks up the throw-in just near halfway. Interception from Casey. Now can Leeds start an attack. It's a misplaced pass. Referee said get play on as a couple of tackles fly in. Nobody really knew which way those free kicks were going to go. Cross comes in. It's over the head of everybody in the penalty box for Leeds. Here is Cresswell. Meslier. Now Berardi's got plenty of space to drive into. He goes to Edmondson, having his shirt pulled as Berardi plays the ball inside. McCalmont can't get to it, and Leeds cough the ball up on halfway. And Lundstrom, he's got Bogus for company. Bogus has a little kick to try and win the ball back. He's frustrated at the first half showing. Here is Johnson. Shows too much to Davis, who nips in, but Crewe win the second ball. He's forced them back. There is Casey. Crewe wanted a free kick, but nothing given. Davis, who started the game at centre-back, now at left-back. If you are just tuning in, Leeds 2 down, 2 goals from Oliver Finney. A penalty following up after a really strong shot in the box. The Leeds have brought off Ayling and Douglas, Berardi and Cresswell on in their place. Clark. inside to Edmondson, runs into traffic. He's still going to go for a second bite at that one. Johnson intercepts. Richards almost goes out behind for a goal kick. Referee looks at the linesman, nothing given. Richards looked a little bit unsure the last few bits of possession he's received. Casey. Burgess. Calmont. Cresswell. Davis down the line. Here is McCarran. Gotts. Calmont. Clark's with an inside run. It's into Clark. He rides the challenge of one. Now can he get past the second? Gets to the next pass. Wants it back. Davis swings it in. Past Edmondson. Berardi coming in at the far post, but Leeds just can't turn it goalwards. Have to settle from restarting the play back inside their own half. Cresswell to Gotts. Burgess is Gotts goes down, and Leeds get a free kick, and the card potentially coming out here for a pull on the shirt of Leeds skipper Robbie Gotts. Looks like a number 4 on the back there. That'll be Josh Lundstrom. Referee adamant that was a pull straight from the off, so Leeds need to take advantage here. Matthias Burgess over the top of this, has gone close to a number of free kicks since he signed for the Whites. And it pretty much should be the last action of the first half. Right, Edmondson's track across Pollums for Travis Johnson, just to the side of the wall. Calmont, Clark, McCarran, Berardi, Robbie Gotts, all in and around the box. Matthias Burgess then, 4 goals, goes to the top corner, just wide. Really good effort from the Leeds midfielder. It had Richards panicking. It just couldn't kiss off the post and fly into the back of the net, but it was the closest Leeds have come. And hopefully something to build on for that second half as we pretty much wait just for the half-time whistle to go. Richards up to Heath. There is Finney. Berardi challenging with him. Gotts comes back to help out. Gotts is caught off the ball there, and there's a bit of a friendly handshake. The two accept it was a slip, and Robbie Gotts again driving through midfield. Terrific work from him. Had a good game so far, as now it's out to McCarran. He's got an overlapping run. He's got one in Edmondson as well. He just can't find the Leeds number 9. And that's one of the best moves of the match for Leeds. Just too much on the pass. But that is half-time. As I say, a brace from Oliver Finney has given Crewe a 2-0 advantage, the second of which was a penalty. And Leeds need to regroup in the second half. Join us soon for second half commentary on LUTV. Development League game. Leeds 2-0 down as we restart this second half, and 2 goals from Oliver Finney. The first, a powerful strike from the box. The second, a penalty, is the difference as it stands. Leeds have made another change. Kunmihайлov has entered the game. And we'll let you know who has replaced as soon as possible. Just getting confirmation of that change. Here in possession is Robbie Gotts. Calmont in midfield. Casey's going to drive over halfway. It's into Edmondson. A little slip as he brings it under control. Looks like it's Jack Clark that has gone off, but I'm just double checking when Mateus Bogus was, but it is Bogus on the right hand side. Now that means Kuhn's going through the middle. So Clark is the man that's replaced at half time. Here comes Leeds. Davis into the box. He apologises. He fires that ball into the netting. Behind. So a rundown of the team. Leeds go with Ilan Meslier in goal. Leif Davis, Cresswell, Casey and Paradi, McCarran, Bogus, McCalmont, Gotts, Edmondson and now Kuhn. And for Crewe it is Richards, Jarlo, Johnson, Offord, Adabaisi, Griffiths, Lundstrom, Green, Ainley, goalscorer Finney and Heath. Ball over the top. Crewe will chase it. Great turn from Cresswell. Finney. Ball across. Out comes Meslier. Good hands. Really good catch. And again, and then releasing the pass straight away. For Bogus down this right hand touchline. He's going to drive towards goal. He's Gotts. McCalmont. Davis is on that left touchline, offering a wider option. Ball comes in. It's towards Kuhn. Head towards goal. Just going to be too much loft on that header, and Richards will just delay the game. And this is what Leeds need to watch out for. Crewe are going to try and waste time as much as possible. Davis in possession. Works a quick 1-2 with Cresswell, then he goes down the line. Just gone out for a throw-in. Robbie Gotts couldn't keep it in play. Davis adjudged to have fouled his right midfielder that he's trying to mark today, which is Regan Griffiths. Paul Green latches onto that pass down the wing. Cresswell try to force him wide. Leeds concede the throw-in. Green in possession. Gott's trying to win the ball back. Leeds have forced the error, and here comes Edmondson. He's got Gott to his left-hand side. Berardi, the man that's charging up alongside him. Berardi with a chance to shoot and score. Just doesn't get enough power on it. Forces the save, and first meaningful one that Richards has had to do, meaningful, should I say, that's had to do in this second half. And well, the unlikely of support were in Gaetano Berardi, but he has already scored this season, of course. That was against Salford. And good support play, and hopefully gives Leeds a real boost. They're in again. Here is Kun Mihalov. He's got Edmondson alongside him. He tries to tee him up, takes a touch, just can't get the next one out of his feet. In all fairness, it's good defending from Crewe to get the bodies back, but Kun Mihalov and Ryan Edmondson have played alongside each other for a number of years now. Know each other's game. Good vision from the Bulgaria Youth International to try and give Leeds a helping hand. Meslier. Hopefully Leeds can pick up the pace and force more mistakes. Cresswell and McCalmont. Leeds win a free kick. Cresswell goes forward with it, headed sideways, and Crewe can keep hold of possession. Berger's desperately trying to win it back, and he forces an error, gets a touch off him though, so he concedes a throw-in.
Let's go! Closer! Let's go!
Crewe win a free kick, a three-way effort from Leeds trying to win it back, and Calmont perhaps coming off the worst as he just limps away from the tackle. Headed back. Good work from Meslier to read that Davis flick back, and now Leeds can go out from the right. Richards gets a clearance to it. Cresswell nips in. Wins the ball back. Crewe try to react to it. Cresswell offers a helping hand on the edge of the box. It's going to fall to McCalmont, who might fancy a drive towards goal. He does. It's blocked. There is Casey. She's a bit better from Leeds at the start of this second half. Ball into the box towards Edmondson. Headed towards goal. Saved by Richards. Just tried to use the power of the cross, Edmondson, to fire it into the back of the net, but just couldn't generate enough power. And it remains 2-0 to Crewe. But again, improving signs at the start of this second half that Leeds are certainly ready for a fight to at least rescue a draw here.
They got two centre halves, try and roll,
Cresswell. He's going over the top down the left, trying to at least win a corner, just being out-muscled as Robbie Gott. So it's going to be a goal kick.
Davis inside.
Out comes Meslier to deal with that, but has to get back to his line. Paul Green goes back rather than towards goal, which wouldn't sit down for him for that long-range effort. Leeds concede a free kick in midfield. And that'll be a relief for Crewe, who've been under pressure at the doors. Here is Edmondson now, into the box he comes. It'll turn away. Gets it to Burgess despite the efforts of Johnson. McCallum fires it to Davis. Good first touch as well to bring it under control. Davis to the byline, skips inside. Here is Gotts. Edmondson underneath it again, just gets underneath the cross and can't glance it back across goal. And a goal kick to Crewe.
Want some control of the game, using the ball. Go in between, and if you play short, you go. If you don't, you back in. There you go, Charlie, yes. Josh! Keep running, Josh!
Charging through midfield, it's out to the left. Here is Heath trying to get past Casey, who's going to stand him up, gets a block to it. It's fallen to Finney, who scored both of his goals with his left foot. Nearly gets taken out by his own teammate, floats it to the back post. Good reading of the game from Meslier again, just gets up in front of Heath and rolls it towards Berardi once more. Davis on the overlap. Looking for Edmondson, it's going to fall just to the edge of the box. Not enough of a strong enough touch on it from Burgess, and that's going to hit the toes of Cunnan. It's going to bounce out for a goal kick to Crewe, but Leeds knocking on the door, forcing saves out of Richards. And plenty of time to go in this game. Again, of course, a reminder, busy week on LUTV. Nowhere else to start but tomorrow's game against West Bromwich Albion. That'll be, of course, at Ellen Road. 7:45 kick-off and 99p for an audio match pass. To listen to the coverage of that as Leeds try to get back to winning ways. Crewe with this throw-in taking a long time with it. Ball floated in towards the back post, header, one-handed save to deny McCarran. Richards with the stop. It's a really good cross from Leeds. And maybe just heading it at a comfortable height, but with the thought that would have been enough to beat Richards, but he got across to it. It's taken short towards Gotts. Gotts floats the ball in. Behind everybody, Cresswell tries to steer it back across goal, which he does. Only, though, to find the hands of Richards. Leeds putting the pressure on. And now forcing an error, getting a throw in. Ball down the line from Crewe. Leeds head it away thanks to Cresswell. Crewe down the right. Good hold-up play from Davis, and it is a goal kick to Leeds. Hour mark gone. Still 2 goals from Finney in the first half, the difference at Thorpe Arch. Here is Gotts, tries to turn, slips at first. The second tackle is fair enough. He's asking for a free kick. Calmont to Berardi. Carlos Colburn urging Tess Burgess to come short, keep the width. Davis to McCalmont. Here is Burgess again. Mihailov trying to go for that ball in the line, down the line towards McCarran. McCalmont. Towards Burgess, needs to try and turn out of trouble. Well, he manages to turn back into it, and Leeds under pressure again. Again towards Cooney midfield, offers a bit more space, and he's played the ball out to left. It's good vision again. McCarran in behind, looking for Gotts. Gotts is going to get to it. Davis loops. Here's Burgess, tries to fire it across goal. He has done so rather awkwardly. There is Kernan. He's going to slice it wide. Again, Leeds' shooting boots just not applied just yet. More pressure, but still 2-0 down against Crewe.
You went that side, grab when the ball's this side.
Header forward, Cresswell gets to it. Now again, Leeds can pile forward Burgess. He's got Gotts inside him, he's got Kun. Now here in possession down the line. Good strength. Wants the ball back from Berardi. Really trying to turn the screw. Kun Mihailov help Leeds' attacking players come into the game. Try to link them together. Davis to McCalmont. Here is Gotts. Burgess, you've got Kun just inside. You've got Edmondson at the far post. Cresswell. Leaf Davis. Can he get to his feet to get to the ball? He's going to drop the shoulder, still wrestling. That should be a Leeds corner, and it is. Really good work from Leaf Davis. Slipped as he went to cross it. Leeds wanted a yellow card there for the number 2, Jallo, for kicking the ball away. He's booted it to the other pitch at Thorpe Park, so we're going to need a new ball. taken short. Gotts with the cross. Looking for Cresswell. It's cleared away. Here is McCalmont. Back to Robbie Gotts, who produced another good ball there. Now what can Burgess do with his cross? There was an ear post. It's brought down. Can they flick it in? They can't. Kun was trying to get to it. A couple of deflections helped it towards the near post, but Richards on hand to pick up the pieces. And Leeds continue to be frustrated in front of goal. Good work from Cresswell. He's had a really good game since coming off the bench. Kun tries to dummy it. It just doesn't fall for McCarran, who swaps sides with Matthias Burgess. Burgess down the left, McCarran down the right for the next few minutes. And now Leeds under pressure. Green's going to try and chip Ilan Meslier, who just adjusts his feet, shuffles back, catches the ball, and now releases McCalmont once again. Davis to Burgess. He's got Gotts inside him. Back to McCalmont. McCalmont to Kun. Kun back to McCalmont. Ambitious pass. It's going to fall for Edmondson though. He hits it, blocked again. Crewe have been really good at pressing on the edge of the box today. So many of Leeds' shots that were going wild have been blocked. Now they build out from the back, and here's with Ainley trying to create a bit of space. To Heath. Casey forcing him back. Here is goal scorer Finney. He just plays the ball out. A little breakdown in communication because the Crewe player had actually walked off the pitch. Crewe certainly got going a little bit more defensive. Finney pretty much playing as a second left midfielder to help them out. And that's a really ambitious early cross, and Ryan Edmondson just turns to urge Leeds to try and calm down. A bit rushed that one. 67 gone. If you're just tuning in, Finney's brace in the first half of Crewe has put Leeds 2-0 down. If it stays like this, it'll be back-to-back defeats for Leeds. That happened since December 2018, last year at 23 level. Burradi. Edmondson trying to get to the long ball forward. Gotts can't pick up the pieces. Still Crewe in midfield with Finney, who's been their best player. Green flicks it down the line, releasing Griffiths. Down the left, Crewe come. McCarran's got work to do. They're in behind. Can't give a foul away. Meslier does well. Cross from Adebayor. Now, with the left back out of position, McCarran needs to go and use that space. Crewe has to go cover. And McCarran turns back inside. McCalmont to Davis. Kun central. Picks it up. Just too much power on that pass, and Leeds really should have exploited that space a bit more. Liam McCarran was in a lot more open space than Kun realised. Didn't need to go that far in front of the pass, and frustration all around for the Whites. Well, fired over the top. That's a high boot from Cresswell. Offside. Crewe thought they've got the free kick for that high boot, but they've not realised the linesman's flags up on the far touchline. Crewe making a change. It is Paul Green coming off, and Aaron Lomas coming on. Some extra legs in midfield, which Crewe will feel they might need to get the victory, keep Leeds at bay. 20 minutes to go. To Edmondson. Spins, turns away from danger. Here he's got to Gudmihanov once more. Edmondson, ball inside, almost finding Gotts. Will he get there? He's going to try, slides in and goal. And Leeds have got a goal back thanks to the determination of Robbie Gotts. Picked up a slight injury in scoring. But got fantastic feet. Robbie Gotts adjusted himself, slid in where it hurts. And with 19 minutes to go, Leeds have a goal back and a real chance here. And Robbie Gotts deserved. That's been Leeds' best player. Started the move himself with a little ball into Kun, who has made a big difference off the bench. Edmondson's ball, it was a real dangerous one. It made them make a touch to it, and they've just teed Robbie Gotts up. And despite Richards coming out of goal, Leeds have a goal back. Let's hope Robbie Gotts can shake off that little knock he's picked up. By the way, he's running forward there, suggests he has. And it's game on now at Thorpe Arch. That should really give Leeds a lift. It's a goal that's come from a little bit of good play, a bit of fortune as well. Perhaps just gives them the spark they may need. Right, Edmondson certainly inspired, tries to take on the defender 2 or 3 separate ways before giving the ball away. Calmont back to Meslier. He turned from Lundstrom. There's Robbie Gotts again. They were trying to cause a nuisance. He just doesn't get a touch to the ball. Doesn't have long enough legs. Cresswell does, though, as he smashes into the tackle. He's not too far behind Robbie Gotts for a Leeds performer of the day. Been so good off the bench. 35 minutes in, he came on. Got a contract of the week as well, and certainly fighting for a regular spot in this 23s team. Ball back and under control with Richard. He takes a bit too long. Only gives the ball straight back to Dylan Meslier. Here is Burgess. Plenty of height on that crossfield ball, but it's actually helped Berardi. Goes inside to McCarran. Back to McCalmont. Edmondson again trying to make himself available. Gotts again. Bogus fancies a drive, and it's going to be too powerful and behind for a goal kick, but he's been playing down either flank in the second half, so he's got a little bit excited after getting the ball in the middle. But a shot to forget about, still 2-1 to Crewe. Down the line it comes, intercepted high. Up the pitch from Crewe, a little long ball forward. That'll suit Leeds. They're dropping back to retrieve possession. Cresswell. Across to Berg. He's got Calmont alongside him. He ignores that route. Now might finally use it. He spins away. Here is Kern. Davis is out there for a potential overlap. Kun will strike for goal. Just too much on it. We know what he can do from range coming hard off, especially the edge of the box. Got that all-important goal against Coventry last year to send Leeds through closer to another trophy. Dramatic scenes at Ellen Road, but that one's just too powerful. Around 15 to go. A reminder again, build up 6:45 here on LUTV. Leeds welcome West Brom to Ellen Road. Don't forget to buy your audio match pass now, 99p, to listen to tomorrow's game as Leeds try to get back to winning ways. Welcoming Slaven Bilic's West Brom to Yorkshire. That's Cresswell. Another good searching pass out to the left. Not the best touch from Bogus, and it's going to trickle out for a throw-in. Ball out of play. Need to take the throw in quickly. Here is Casey. Out towards Bogus. Here comes Davis. Gets the ball in. Headed away by Crewe. Only as far as Bogus again. Strike towards goal. Richard saves. Really good effort from the edge of the box. Baradi. Calmont. Cresswell. Davis, McCalmont again. Has to be strong and hold up one of the Crewe midfielders. Does it well. Griffith's the man that was trying to close him down. Casey. McCarron. Davis is going to try and go round the side and cut the ball in towards Edmondson. It's just flicked away from him. Crewe really struggling to get the ball out. It's now becoming a real attack versus defence sort of training situation as McCalmont drives through, tries to find the run of McCarron. It's going to be deflected away from him. That should be a corner. Crewe have lost their bearings there. It took a wicked deflection. And Leeds get the set piece. Corner to the far post. It's over the head of Davis, who is just going to be on his way to try and stop it from going out, but he's never going to be quick enough, and it's still a Crewe throw-in.
Whenever their centre-halves get it in and around the halfway line, you fucking get after them. And you stop them going back to one another. Your only job without the ball.
There's the 8 to Baradi. Lucky there from Mihailov, just can't get the right boot out of the way, and it bounces off him and out for a throw into Crewe, who again are taking all the time in the world to take this. Another throw-in goes Crewe's way, which is deep inside their own half. Leeds would like to keep them penned in here. Yellow card for time wasting. That is Rio Adebayosi that's playing at left back, so it should be him taking the throw in with the number 3 on his back. Two Crewe players go towards the same ball. He's been told to go right to left by Carlos Colbrand as he points them towards the other side of the field of play. Casey. There he's got towards Kuhn, deflected. Going to go towards Matthias Burgess. Now can he pick out a pass? He finds Robbie Gotts. He might fancy a shot from range. He will, just over the bar. Frustrated. He's already got 1 goal, of course, today, Robbie Gotts. In a confident mood, but last 3 or 4 of Leeds' shots have all been over the bar, so a bit more precision needed. Here's Gotts from an Edmondson pass, just like the first goal. This time, though, Gotts slips and just can't regain his balance. Here is Burgess. Loops the ball up. It's going to go towards the far post. It's touched back, and Leeds will get a corner. Cross to the near post, flicked away. Gotts gets to it. It's a low and hard cross. It almost reaches Edmondson. It's cleared and behind for another corner. Back to Gotts once again. Crewe try and push up. Gotts swings the ball in. It's towards Kuhn. It's deflected. Oh, just wide. And it wasn't Kuhn that got the touch to it. He jumped in the way, perhaps putting a couple of Crewe players off. Edmondson and Casey, the two that were stood behind him, but they just haven't found the bottom corner. Good pressure from Gun Mihailov again. Leeds ending the second half much better than they started the first. It's been a tale of 2 halves for Leeds, really. Much better team, forcing Crewe back, who have been quite defensive. Barely been in Leeds' half at the start, and then since the second half, as Berardi tries to block the ball again. No ball retention from Crewe. It's always coming straight back at them. Davis down the line. Gotts to Cresswell. Brave header from Berardi. Jumps in towards Adebayosi. Gets a throw in. Edmondson flicks it into Burgess. Good work from Edmondson. Griffiths for Crewe. He works it out towards Jalo. forward over the top. It's unfortunately over the head of McCarron as well. It's only out for a throw in. A bit rushed that from left back. Here is Calmont again. Kun comes into the penalty area, wins another corner. Last few have gone short. McCarron might fancy just swinging this one straight into the box. He's going to left-footed in swinger towards Cresswell, who gets up and by his reaction feels he should have done a lot more. Still 2-1 to Crewe into the final few minutes. Long goal kick straight out for a throw, which Leeds will take. Baradi's going to try and come down the line instead. He's got and another throw in for Leeds. Baradi was going to take that before he heard the referee's whistle, so he's stopped in his tracks. 2 balls on the pitch as well, didn't help. Davis over the top. Brooks done incredibly well to keep that ball in play. He should have won a throw-in for Leeds, and he has. Well, Crewe were adamant it went, but didn't look to be that way. Chasing a lost cause at one point. Here's Cresswell again, driving out from centre half. Gotts gets out of the first tackle, so it's McCalmont, should I say. Now he's going to drive into the area. Can't get past the second defender. Crewe will once again just cough up possession, allow Leeds to reset with Ilan Meslier. 2 minutes of normal time to go. Baradi with that throw-in. Good. It's going to be cleared away. Again, a reminder, Leeds versus West Brom, LUTV, Tuesday evening, the 1st of October. All the build-up from 6:45 as audio match pass is available from 99p. There is Lomas. He's just fallen over in the middle of the pitch, taking a bit of a chunk of the surface out there and has to get back down the right wing. It's a bit of a relief that for Leeds because he got in behind. The first thing he's done since coming off the pitch on Lomas. Gun to Gotts. That's what an overlapping runner. Here is McCarron. Edmondson's gone near post. McCalmont to Bogus, turns away from one. Crewe have enough bodies back due to the sheer numbers of amber shirts. Try to build it out from the back and stop giving the ball away, only for a short few seconds as Cresswell to Gotts. And with Baradi, Baradi's going to shape to shoot, just slices it wide, and a few players perhaps hoping that Baradi would have passed that ball, but he turned in. There was a space to shoot. The issue is though that Crewe are going to take as long as they can once again to just waste time and try and hold on to this 2-1 advantage. Crewe win a free kick, and we're delighted with that because, again, more time to waste.
Make sure we don't drop it off, but keep everybody out.
Ball cleared away. Casey heads away. Now Crewe potentially in. Here is Finney once more. Meslier, fine save. Well, Finney on a hat-trick, trying to go for the bottom corner. He scores and it's game over. Of course, with time against Leeds, it could well be anyway, but Meslier gets down to it. Couldn't have done anything for either goal, and what he has been able to do has been able to keep them at bay. Montgomery Harlow's having to go across to put the ball on the corner flag, such as the amount of time Crewe are wasting, which in theory should be added on. Already a minute and a half past stoppage time. Calmont again asking the referee if he's going to hurry things along. Calmont, neat flick, it's going to go towards Cohn, he turns away. Now this is Leeds' last chance, surely. Referee did have his whistle to his mouth for a free kick. There's Burgess, gets a little bit of a lucky ricochet. Can he get to it? He can't. Then he chops the man down. And just a sign of frustration from Matthias Burgess. What has been a up and down afternoon for him. Again, Crewe on the floor. Johnson's going to take his time. Richard straight to Meslier, coughs up possession. Leeds need to get it downfield. Here is Casey, Berardi towards Gunn. Can try to juggle his way out of trouble, can't do so. Crewe enjoying the fact they can keep possession and just toying with Leeds for a second there as Berardi hits the deck and Davis flies up out of defence and has to try and commit to force the error. Burgess again wrestling. Edmondson has to try and go across. Pretty efficient time wasting from Crewe there. Good minutes plus. Throw in taken quickly. There's McCalmont. Needs a runner. Casey to Berardi. Berardi needs help. Not too many white shirts around him. Goes for the pass for Kern. It's too short. Gotts flies in. The ball was there to run from Robbie Gotts. He does apologise, but I think the card's coming out anyway. Bringing down Adebazi. Gone through the walls today, Robbie Gotts. I don't think he's fully shaken off the knock that he picked up for the goal. He's hurt himself in the tackle there. Proper captain's performance. But that should be that as Adebazi lays on the floor. And we're into the 94th minute and beyond. Ball over the top. Berardi with the throw-in. Cresswell, Davis. Here is Gotts. He's need to get this ball forward, out towards Burgess. Now he has to keep it in and he needs to try and attack. He slips. He's going to get a throw in. The referee's just checked his watch, but that's it. He's had enough. And Leeds can't put the ball back in play, and it is a 2-1 defeat. Crewe getting 2 goals in the first half. Oliver Finney netting both. The second from the penalty spot. Late fight back, Robbie Gotts, brave as you like to get a goal back for Leeds United, but it's frustration all round. They're back in action on Friday the 23s, but the next action on LUTV is the first team game against West Brom. All the build-up on Tuesday night from 6:45.